Welcome to Zephyr Yoga Inspiration. I offer these podcasts for free, and your support really does make a difference and is appreciated. To make a donation, please click the link in the episode description or visit zephyryoga.com. Welcome to this meditation practice on the fire element. Now, fire in Sanskrit is called Agni. And this is that inner fire for the power to change, the power to take action, and the power to transform. Fire is said to be the most powerful of all the other elements. And if we can tap into that energy of that fire element, we can enliven a sense of transformation within ourselves. Now, fire has always been used in sacred rituals, especially in the yogic tradition. In the Vedas, they worshipped Agni, the god of fire, which is the sun. Indra, the god of storms, which is rain, water. And Soma, the god of moon, which represents that nourishment and healing capacity. Even though those deities kind of faded into the background and more popular deities were celebrated and worshipped, the fundamental of those deities still remain as a source of practice. Whenever anybody does a puja, a fire ritual, you clear the earth and you create a fire. There's always water that is offered for the gods, and there's also soma in the form of seeds, flowers, incense, as well as ghee to feed the fire. And in that way of feeding the fire, we're going to do that with ourselves, of preparing our earth body, of connecting to the many rivers and streams within us, of where prana flows, this life force, and starting to start our fire and feed our fire. And what we're going to feed it is, I'm going to ask you to bring up 3 things that bring you joy. Whether it's 3 things in your day or whether it's 3 things in the span of your lifetime that really sincerely give you joy. Sincere gratitude of you feel that opening and that constellation of sensation of delight run through you. That you offer to the fire, feeding it, those 3 things that bring you joy. And in that symbolic way, we build that fire and direct that heat to what our burning heart desires. So we'll set an intention. As we feed that fire 3 things that bring us joy, that fire, the tips of the fire, touch our heart and warm our heart as we open up and listen to what our soul's longing for, our jiva, our individual sense of self, and what is that deeping longing. What do we need to restore us to a state of serenity, sanity, peace? What do you long for? So that sense of tapping into an intention. And whether it's an intention for the day or a long goal or a long vow or a long intention, really touching and understanding at the fundamentals, is it to create greater mental health or physical health? Is it to gain greater wealth and financial security? Is it to find more meaning and purpose in your life? Is that intention to find resolve, a contentment, that sense of serenity? Or is it to just open to that experience of kindness, tenderness, and love? What is at the source of your intention today? So as you contemplate, what would you like to open up within you and burn even brighter within? So Agni evolved over time to be associated with this action to transformation. And when the inner flames are stoked, this fire provides that energy in our body in very different ways. So we start to feel that fire within us in the form of our digestive fire, our power to convert food into energy. That vital fire to help us transform that energy to fuel our actions and also to motivate us. And that fire of intelligence, that power of cognition, that mental fire to help drive our ideas into kind of action and also fruition. It's this sense of like, I can do this, I can see it. And then tapping into the fire of compassion as we warm to ourselves and others, opening up a tenderness, a kindness, a greater capacity to love, be more empathetic. So this fire element, its law of nature is heat. And we feel that in our body as the form of our temperature, in the form of our metabolism, that physical, digestive, and mental power, and that creative energy that moves us forward to create, to manifest, to do our lives well, to keep us going and be that unstoppable force in our life. So you will feel this fire element in your Manipura. And this is said to be the abode, the hub of the fire element. Manipura is associated with your sense of self-identity and the way that you define yourself. And if you have too much fire and that ego sense, because this is our ego, if we have too much fire, it becomes really rajasic, and that fire burns bright and hot and raging. And we experience that rajasic sense of being really arrogant, controlling, domineering, that aggressive, irritable, reactive, inflamed, very angry personality comes up. But if your fire is little tiny, and that small little ego and that small little flame, we experience that tamasic reaction in which we go into this downward spiral of shame. We experience poor self-esteem, passivity, and there's a lack of will or drive to do our life. So we all know what it feels like to have a balanced fire, a healthy ego, in that Sattvic effect as it expresses itself as this inner strength, this quiet confidence, this self-belief, and there is this courage and energy to move you, to drive you. You feel this determination to do your life well, this charisma of your personality, your radiance, your skill sets, your talents as you share, being able to be spontaneous. You feel this independence and this motivation to do your life and to own it. So our practice, we will layer. And we're going to do Agni Mudra. So Agni Mudra, if you can, you're going to take your thumb to the base of the ring finger like a number 4. Now, this is great, and you just bring your palms up, thumb to the base of the ring finger, because you're trying to ground fire, remembering that the ring finger is associated with earth. Thumb is fire, so you ground fire. So if your fingers don't bend, just do a number 4. Whereas if you can bend your fingers, you're going to trap your ring finger with your thumb. So you're grounding fire and then placing your palms up, and you create that mudra. So as Agni Mudra creates this circuitry in which you ground fire, you feel able to connect to that Manipura. And then we're going to layer it by chanting the Bija mantra for the fire element. Rum, 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 rum. You'll feel that rum is like a mallet hitting the skin of the drum right at the solar plexus. It creates a vibration and an energy that resonates as it stokes the embers of that flame. Rum, rum, rum. You can feel the pelvic floor diaphragm and the breathing diaphragm actually work in creating that linguistic movement of the tongue and the palate, which creates this internal contraction, this somatic drawing in as you feel that stoking. The next thing we're going to layer it is the sense of sight. Now, fire element is associated with your sense of sight, the fire behind your wakefulness, your awarefulness. And in being able to see, being able to also open up to visions. Like, what do we see? right now. But then also, what do we see in our future? Can we actually see a vision of our future that we want to create? Less of what we don't need anymore and more of what we want to kind of aspire to. And so that transformation of starting to see what attachments or bondages are preventing you from actually manifesting what your heart desires, what that longing is pulling you towards. We offer to the fire and burn those karmic ties to whatever prevents us, and directing as we build that fire, that hub, and directing that prana to our set intention. So let's build and direct this fire, giving our practice more meaning and purpose as you connect to an intention. And an intention really is really personal to you. And don't worry if you feel like, oh, that intention seems really fickle or small, or I need it big. Whatever it is, it might be just, I need the intention to find more patience today, more tolerance, more acceptance. I need some courage, strength, or hope, or I need some tenderness, some love, some kindness, some patience. Maybe I also need some, energy and creativity or joy. It could be as simple as that, or it can be something in which you really want to go for that next job, or you want to make healthier choices and you want to see yourself, fit and able-bodied in that way. So whatever that intention, no matter what it is, whatever is pulling at your heartstrings today, I want you to collect 3 things right now that bring you joy in your life. 3 things. So we will begin in this practice. I would advise you to sit on a bolster, or like myself, I'm sitting on a block. And I place it in between my ankles, and you're sitting in Virasana. If this is not possible, make sure that you prop yourself up. You can sit in a chair. You can sit cross-legged, but we're going to be doing yoga mudra, where it's best to have your knees together and fold in child's pose, or if you're in a chair, fold over your legs, so you can put your fists into your tummy, hands flat. So I'll just map out what we're going to do. We're going to sit. We're going to connect. We're going to do a few rounds of the Bija mantra, Ram, 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 Ram. Then we're going to do Kapalabhati, and you're going to do Surya Mudra, thumbs up. Surya means sun. And either arms up or arms down. And then we're going to do Kumbhaka. Whenever you stoke that fire, we do Kumbhaka afterwards to contain it, connect to a stronger container in which we can hold this fire that we've just stoked. And then direct it as you do Uddiyana Mula Bandha, as that energy lifts up, Jaladhara Bandha, so the fire merges into your heart and you sense your intention, the light of intelligence, prajna, that fire, and that fire of compassion in your heart. As you open to that, feel that you nurture what your heart longs for, your intention, with that heat and light. Then we'll we'll open our hands, do Mushti Mudra, so you bury that fire in the other elements of your fingers, bury that fire in your belly, and we're going to roll over into Yoga Mudra. If your head is far away from the floor, place a block at your forehead, and then we'll open out doing Agni Mudra, and we will meditate, and I'll guide you through that meditation. So, it is a very tantric experience of merging tons of different modalities. So I welcome you to come and sit and practice. So to begin, just open your hands and gaze at one point. And as you gaze, eyes cast down, notice the outer perimeter of the eyes. Notice the lens in which you are perceiving. Notice the I-ness, wanting the experience of you. That wakefulness, that awarefulness. And feel and sense energy behind consciousness. As awareness is gazing at one point, noticing the outer world, now turn that sense of sight inwards. As you explore your inner landscape of your body, awareness descend in and around your body. Feeling the earth quality of your body's structural integrity. And feel the pulse, the fluidity of the many rivers and streams of the water element circulating this vital energy around, sustaining your life, nourishing, healing. And feel that heat, that fire element in the form of your temperature. That heat that soothes, renews, inspires, and opens you to transformation. Now we're going to just start our fire at our solar plexus. And we're going to do a few rounds of chanting RAMThe. As you gaze at one point, rest your attention in the solar plexus. Inhale. Ram, 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 rum, 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 rum. Place your thumb on your ring finger, creating Agni Mudra. And feel that you have started your fire in your solar plexus. The vibrational residue, an increased sense of energy and heat. And feel it now circulating throughout the body. Now feed that fire 3 things that bring you joy. See the image, the words, the sensations associated with that. Joy, delight. Feel as you recall these 3 things that bring you joy, this constellation of sensation that opens enjoyable, pleasurable pathways within. Feel this fire burn brighter as it receives what brings you joy. Now with the eyes open, bring your thumbs up, Surya Mudra. Draw your shoulders back and down, and then draw your arms back, slightly squeezing the shoulder blades. As you gaze at one point, notice the outer perimeter of the eyes, the sense of sight, resting your attention inwards as you do a round of Kapalabhati for about a minute. As you inhale halfway, a strong exhale, either slow or quick, finding a rhythm in which you can sustain. Continue and sense the energy jumping on your pelvic floor like a trampoline. That awakening of that dormant energy of Kundalini as she rises, that Shakti of creative energy ascending, feeling that stoking of the burning embers underneath the solar plexus. Feel that movement, that fire in your tummy. The flames burn brighter, yellow, red, and orange. The tips of the flames touch your heart, and feel the heart buoyant, opening as it grows, your heart, feeling this blooming, blossoming. Sense as you breathe in and out, a washing, a clearing of Ida and Pingala, the left and right nostril, the solar and lunar, a shining of the mind and a lighting of the fire behind your sight. Exhale, hands come down. Inhale fully. Hold your breath, Jaladhara Bandha, Uddiyana Mula Bandha, and contain that fire, concentrating that fire now at your heart, gazing. Sense the light of intelligence, prajna, merging with the fire of compassion in your heart, and opening to your heart's burning desire. What is your intention of practice? Let it be known, let it be felt, let it be heard. Let it shine within this fire. Before you exhale, hands turn up, thumbs wrap into your hands. Hands, your fists into your belly. If this is too aggressive, hands flat. Lean up and over your fists as you bow, bowing your forehead to the floor. And now breathe. Breathe against your fists. As you breathe, feel that you bury this fire. Feel that increased heat dissolve any attachments or bondages associated with Brahmagranthi, any issues of fear, guilt, shame stuck in the physical, psycho-emotional center of the lower three chakras. Feel with every breath as you deeply breathe, a dissolving, a melting, a softening, and an opening. Feel the earth element accommodate your fists. Feel the water element within you as you can sense that pulse, the movement of this life force. And feel the heat in your hands, that fire element. This energy that is powerful as it is inherently healing, inspiring, and transformative. Feel the support that you provide for yourself as you rest upon your thighs. Feel as you deeply breathe in, increasing your capacity to grow, to open new doors of possibilities and opportunities. Feel as you shape your breath to be more loving and kind. The head humbly bowed below the heart and acknowledging that relationship to the heart-mind. Feel that heat within, dissolving and opening new avenues in which you can flow freely. Slowly come up, eyes closed. Release your hands and open your hands, Agni Mudra, and feel the energy in your fingertips. The energy draw up into your arms. Feel the energy around your belly. As you rest your attention at your Manipura, the abode of the fire element, connect to that inner side as the eyes are closed. And see the I wanting the experience of you. Feel with every pulse, you can hear the echo of rum, rum, rum. And mentally draw a sacred circle around you. That you are the sacred flame in the fire pit. That you burn brightly, bravely facing every moment, honoring yourself, seeking joy, love, connection, and bathing in deep contentment and serenity. Ultimately celebrating this awakened life, this embodiment as you. Feel a commitment to go into every experience fearlessly connecting to your unique power and experienced wisdom with quiet confidence, self-belief, and the courage to share the beauty of yourself. Feel through your devotion to practice, you honor the best of yourself. To the life that rises with the sun, that opens your inner eye to see the beauty within your life and what needs healing. Feel the fire of compassion gently fill you. Bathing in that soothing heat and light that restores, inspires, and transforms as you embrace this incredible journey which is your life. That your practice unlocks to obtain and tap in to this resource of vitality that brings alive a sense of renewal within you. You receive these teachings that reveal the light of knowledge within you. Feel your flame burn bright. You open to the heart's burning intention. Feel a fulfillment as this intention grows, blooms, and blossoms within you. That creates clarity into the vision of your future that you want to create. That promotes healing on all levels. That you experience a greater acceptance for things as they are. And that motivates you to change the things you can. As you find peace, forgiveness within yourself and others. That you are this sacred flame. that you are the resplendence of grace's light. Feel her around you, within you, as you. Meditate on her light, your light. Let your sacred flame burn bright. remaining still. Become aware of what is awake. As the body, energy, and mind are at rest. Sense the eye wanting to see you. See the flame in your belly, the sacredness of you. As awareness descends in and around the body, deeply breathe in and out. Feel your unique power. Feel that you're tapped into this boundless resource of energy. The same energy that lights the whole universe, irradiates truth, boundless will, skill in action, and is the source of all knowledge, resting within you as you. Placing your hands in Agni Mudra like a flame in front of your heart. Feel, hear these words as if they are your own. Let my life force be linked to my heart. Let my heart be linked to the truth within me. Let that truth be linked to the eternal. That eternal which is grace, that surrounds me, is within me as me, and works with me and for me to wake me up to its presence in everything. And with a quieter mind, open heart, and a strong, vital body, slowly open the eyes, lower your hands, and softly gaze. Notice that light of intelligence, the fire of compassion, and that fire in your belly to move you throughout your day to be that unstoppable force, to go and share the beauty of you. Taking that quality of awareness and feeling with you, I thank you. Namaste. If you would like to continue to practice, find out more information about the topics discussed, or to donate to this podcast, please visit zephyryoga.com or follow the link in the episode description. I thank you.